All right, guys, we got another one, guys, and it's called I Am 50 Years Old and Done. Let's check this one out.
As much as I would like to stay comfortable in life as it always been, this cycle here has come to an end. It's time for change. Nothing stays the same, you know.
Yeah.
This year, I hit the big 50. And what that means to me is you're getting older, man. You're getting older. But not only am I getting older, I reached a milestone that a lot of my peers didn't make. I know a lot of y'all out there know some people that didn't make it to 50. If you made it to 50, I know you understand and you feeling blessed. But it's a cycle, right? And this cycle that I've been living, it's coming to an end. I mean, it's like I can't guarantee that I'm gonna be around here for another 50 years. So why don't I take my half a century living ass? Why don't I take my 10-decade living ass on a new journey than the last 50 years of my life? It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm just talking about positivity, all positivity. Making things better. I'm not saying that it was messed up for the first 50 years, but the rest of my life could be better than my first 50. And when I say better, I mean as far as the foods that I'm eating, as far as the exercise that I'm putting my body through, as far as the poisons that I'm putting in my body, the toxins, as far as my spiritual, mental state with God, my connection with God, my heart, on how I treat people. Maybe I could spend the rest of my life treating people better than I ever did. Maybe I could make some people that actually knows me feel like, who the hell is that? And what have you done with Lib? I remember years ago, I used to have a hard time understanding life. Like, you know how you trying to find your way and you just trying to figure things out? But the older I get, the more I understand life. Because the older I get, the more I see life get taken away from other people, either by crime or natural causes, mostly illnesses. The more I grow to be older, I understand that life is precious. We only get one of these. But here's the thing, right? It's easy to understand life. You gotta know that it's chapters. It's chapters in life. I feel like I'm on chapter 5 of the book of my life. And according to the thoughts that I'm making up in my mind, hopefully I'll get to chapter 10.
He's spitting facts, and from my own experiences in life, all the way up to present, I can relate to some of the things he's talking about. And these are things that can only truly be understood once you reach these years, right? I'm not quite 50. I'm 47, but I'm close, and I definitely understand what he's saying. And it is precious. Life is precious, and I think about some of the stuff that I did when I was, young, and some of the things I did, to be honest with you, I'm surprised I'm even here today. So that's a blessing in itself, right? I look at that as maybe I was put here to do something else, or whatever God had for me. I'm doing it, I guess, as I'm going. Even this YouTube thing, like this was something that I thought about doing, and I made a few channels and decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and push with this channel. And he's showing me slowly but surely, like this may be what I need you to be down here doing. And basically, the older you get, you change, usually for the better. You become wiser. All that shit is true, and it just becomes, it's like a third eye opening in essence, and you see things that you just have no way of being able to see, when you were younger. And I think that's by design. I truly think that's by design, because why else would we repeat these same cycles over and over? It's just, I understand what he's saying.
But right now I'm on chapter 5, and boy, I tell you, chapter 5, I have to really reflect and recap chapter 4 and chapter 3. I don't really have to dwell on chapter 1 or 2, but chapter 1 or 2 really allows me to understand what's happening in chapter 5. It really does. Because it's the beginning. It's the beginning of when it all started. Chapter 1 and chapter 2. But see, some things, when you get to chapter 3, 4, and 5, you probably could look back at chapter 1 and 2 and be like, damn, I understand things a whole lot better at this point. You probably got to chapter 3 and didn't know what the hell was going on in chapter 1 and 2. But by the time you get to chapter 4 or 5, you start to see it clearer, because you understand that it's chapters, and you're just going to get wiser and wiser the older you get. At least that's how it should be. A lot of people not even growing and getting wiser. Some people getting dumber and dumber.
Facts. Yeah, I actually feel blessed that I have the mindset to actually grow. You know what I mean, and not digress. I'm sorry, and not do the opposite. And you know, in retrospect, I had a great life for the most part as far as my experiences. And that's why I think I'm so laid back now, because I had a chance, an opportunity to kind of, you know, go crazy. Yes, I made a I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of them. But I also wouldn't change them, because it's part of my experience, right? And so I think that's why I'm so, you know, closed off to a certain degree. I'm perfectly fine with living out the remaining years, in the house. I mean, for the most part, aside from doing things with my family, my kids. Outside of that, guys, I'm cool. I mean, I'm not, I'm not one of those guys that has to see the world and do all that. There's other things I would like to do, hobbies and things of that nature. But that's as far as it goes, as far as I'm concerned. One trip, if I had to take one, Japan. Other than that, I think I'm good. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a trip. It definitely is a trip. And if you do make it this to this age, you should feel blessed. You should feel like something good is happening, and you should also take advantage of that and do something meaningful, at least meaningful to yourself in life, right? Um, don't live your life in regret, as far as where you work. What would you like to do? At least make an attempt and try. You know what I mean? I always tell people, take a pen and a pad, write down the things you would like to do, and just kind of slowly mark them down. Find out what steps need to be taken to achieve that, and then take those steps. And slowly but surely, hopefully, they will, begin to manifest for you. And that's what I've been doing. That's what I did with YouTube. That's what I plan to do with the podcast. So I'm going to start. I already have one already. You can check it out. It's a gaming podcast, Random Gameplay Pimping. Also has a YouTube channel as well. So these are things that I just said, you know what? These are things I'm interested in. I don't care what anyone else thinks about them. This is what I would like to do. These are the things I would like. And so I'm going to put them in motion. And these are the things that make me happy. They're simple things too. They're not complicated, right? And most men, I think, we're not complicated creatures, guys. We're simple. We want things that are very simple, and we're cool with that. And that's the things I'm trying to do. I just want to see my kids grow, watch them, have families, and try to guide them best that I can, and do the things that I like to do. And to me, that's a good life.
Some people are experiencing mental health issues. Some people are losing more than they ever gained. They're losing their houses, they're losing their jobs, they're losing their health. I think if you're watching this video right now, then your mental health is pretty damn good. If you're watching this video right now. Because I'm talking about something that's very important. I'm talking about life. And if you could actually understand and feel my vibrations, then it ain't nothing wrong with you. I'm just sitting here reflecting on life, man, because I seen this day coming. I seen it coming probably like 5 years ago. I was like, damn, in 5 years, you're gonna be 50. I seen it coming, but I wasn't dwelling on it. And it seemed like I just took a little nap and woke up and I was 50. You see how time flies? Time is moving really fast. You don't have as much time as you think you have. Even though you can do whatever it is that you want, you got time. You got time. You know how I know you got time? Because time don't stop. So you got time. You always got time.
Until you don't.
But I'm going to tell you, you don't have as much time as you may think you have, if that makes sense. If you're still breathing, you got time. You can start now. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
I say savor these beautiful moments too. You got to savor those moments, man. You know what I mean? Like my 5-year-old daughter, for instance, right? I savor those moments, right? She had a little shower cap on and she was about to get in the shower. Her mom was telling her, "Hey, girl, get your little naked butt in the shower." And she's in the mirror kind of posing and singing little nursery rhymes to herself. And, I kind of took a little snapshot of that moment and, tucked it away somewhere in the back of my mind. And that's just one of many, right? Just one of many. I have some with my son. I have just many stories, right? Even going all the way back to in my youth, when I had a chance to I was out here, dating all these girls and having a fun time. And just, these are things that when you hear people say, memories, talk about memories and let's make some memories like that those things are what they're talking about. Those are the important things. That's what is really, in my opinion, that's what wealth is, right? It's not cash. It's not money. It's memories. It's the times that you make with others for yourself, right? In my humble opinion, that's what it is. And so you have to take advantage of that. And when you're young, you don't think about those things. And it's true. And you're never going to be able to convince young people to think the way you think at this age, because that's not by design. It's not. And I think it's that way on purpose. And so I hear this guy, man, and I don't know, the video resonates with me. And like I said, you got to take advantage. Being an older father now, because I have another daughter who is 22 years old. And in comparison to my 5-year old, it's a little bit more intimate with the 5-year old, because I guess because of my age, because I'm older. And I don't think that would change if I had to do it all over again. I think it was just by design. I love both of my babies, right? Not one more than the other, but that's just the way that it is. So when I pick her up from school at the bus stop, when she wants to sit in my lap and play video games, right? When she wants me to come in the room, when she interrupted recording I was doing earlier tonight, right? Her mom went out to watch The Devil Wears Prada 2 or whatever the movies that these women love to go watch. She went to go do that. I was trying to do some videos, and my daughter woke up and came and got me, and right when I was mid-recording, right, came, just busted through the door, and she said, "Daddy, I need you to come lay in bed with me." And so, you know what I mean? I had to do it, and I was happy to do it. And so everything that I have is a blessing. I don't take any of this shit for granted, and neither should you.
You could dwell on the mistakes that you made. You could dwell on things that you could talk about what you shoulda, coulda did, woulda did. You could act like it's too late. And if you act like it's too late, it probably is. If you can't motivate yourself to do something for yourself that's going to better yourself the rest of your life, it sounds like you probably given up on yourself.
Facts.
Me, I turn this camera on, this daggone camera that I'm starting to fall in love with. I turn this camera on and I give myself mental therapy. I encourage myself by talking to myself. In actuality, I'm talking to myself, but I'm really talking to you, right? The only thing is I don't know who you are, but I know you're out there. I know you're out there. I just don't know exactly who you are, but I'm talking to you. And if you want me to know who you are, then you have a way of letting me know that. The comment section. But other than that, I turn this camera on and I talk to myself and I give a message to you, and at the same time I'm giving myself therapy. I'm bettering my mental health every time I turn this camera on and talk to you. So I hope you could appreciate some of the things that I'm saying, because I'm doing this for us. I'm doing it for us. I don't really have to do this. I really don't have to do this. I could stand up and face the wall and talk to myself and look real crazy. But I'd rather face this lens right here. And I'm going to tell you something else. I done become accustomed to the playback. I like listening to myself talk. I like to see if I'm making sense or not. And I know that turning 50 years old is an accomplishment for me at this point. I'm going to celebrate in 2 days, this Saturday. I turned 50 on April 1st, and I'm going to celebrate. I got my son on the way here from New Jersey, along with my brother. And I got my wife's family here in North Carolina, and I got one of my best friends that I grew up with in New Jersey, already in North Carolina. And we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate The 50th birthday for me. You God lives. The 50th milestone. I don't know if I'll see this time again. Probably not. And if I did, I probably won't be recording it. So I'm going to take this moment right here. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm enjoying my coffee. I'm enjoying the fact that the sun is not out right now. I could hear birds chirping. I just put my 4 dogs in the backyard, let them use the bathroom. They back put up and they comfortable now because nobody wants to be uncomfortable. But if it takes for me to make myself uncomfortable from this day going forward, then I'm going to have to make myself uncomfortable until the uncomfortable becomes comfortable. That means whatever I'm changing, I'm starting to get used to it. I'm about to start getting used to doing my 20-minute workouts every day. You know what I'm saying? Or at least working out 3 or 4 times a week. I'm about to start getting used to not pumping that poison in my body from tobacco products and alcohol.
Yeah, I quit smoking a long time ago, but I smoked for an extended period of time, guys. I think I was 16 when I started smoking cigarettes. Ooh, and I didn't stop until I was about 32, I want to say. So about 16 years of smoking, man. So yeah, that's a blessing in itself. And I was able to just go cold turkey, just say, you know what, I'm done. And I used to do a lot of drinking when I was a kid too, a lot. I was drinking at 16, 17, a lot. I was just a rebellious kid. I was out just doing a lot of shit, man, that I shouldn't have been doing. And so I barely drink anything now. And I eventually want to get to the point where I'm not drinking, not a drop. Okay. So yeah, man. It's crazy how that is.
I'm about to start getting used to more meditation and prayer. I just want to be different. One thing I'm not going to change is this YouTube. I'm going to keep making these videos for y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one.
Yeah, that's it. Very, very thought-provoking video, man. Definitely appreciate this video, his take on turning 50. And then when I first saw it, I thought he was going to be talking about relationships or something like that. But I'm watching this the first time with you guys. So that was a cool video. If you like the content, guys, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. I drop content every single day on this channel. And with that being said, guys, I will see you in the next video.